to the strains of an ancient Viking tune, dug up from the past. And it's a big game for the Vikings. Hunslet follow, and a very vociferous Hunslet in the press and by the fans for not moving enough with the ball in his hands. He's got a brilliant pass and he's a great kicker, but perhaps Bernard Long would look for him to do a bit more when in possession. That's a great catch there. The first test for Chris Ross. Big chase by 4 Widnes players. 3 of them make the tackle, 1 stays down, half injured. Paul Gartland came on last week when John Donnell went off. This is his first start for Widnes. I think it's a backing injury that's been keeping Gartland out. This will be a big test of his fitness today. But coach Bernard Long, of course, with plenty of options, with Ben Lythe on the bench, with Jamie Bloom on the bench, Jason Hunter and Collier, loads of talent there. And Manson kicks early on. Well, Broadbent struggles with that one. Makes up for it well and makes a little bit of headway for himself. Tony Thornley scampers on a few more metres. Phil Kendrick. Well, crowd shouts for the high tackle. It certainly wasn't a low tackle, and Kendrick felt that one on his neck. The Hawks move up quickly. Dono caught in possession. Phil Worthing, good break by Mala, good ball out. Support, does he? Yes, the ball out to Boise Nelson, but he's taken up top. Well, Nelson struggling, he may have been better there to take the tackle. Penalty though in the end. Well, sheer determination by Boise Nelson. Widnes were looking for the quick tap, but he struggled, and eventually the ball spun loose, adjudged to have been pulled out by a Hawks player. Now with Ben Lythe on, Widnes may have gone for the kick here, but Phil Worthing elects to go for the tap. Lee Hansen's going to go first, hit up. He's going for the line himself. He's not quite there. Meters short. Connor, now he's a big lad, but he's got 4, 5 Hunslet players on him. Now Widnes look to move the ball. Phil Worthing tells Hansen to stay out. I think Hansen was looking for another charge there. Good drive, it's a great drive. It's a drive for Cunningham. Superstar by the Vikings. Oh, sheer determination for Eddie Cunningham. He was the man that made the initial break to set up Boise Nelson with a lovely pass. The penalty, well, Hansen and Connor both chanced their arm, couldn't get there. That ball burst the tackle and in under the sticks. A great start for the Vikings. 5 minutes gone, 4-0 to come, with the kick still to come. Well, Gartland will kick. He's done it before many a time, and it sails over, sails out the ground. 6-0 to the Vikings, a great start. They've got to maintain this momentum now.
Number 6, Paul Gartland.
Well, the Widnes fans seemed very quiet before the match, and the Hunslet Hawks supporters were making all the noise, but that should have wound the fans up. The Vikings couldn't have wished for a better start. Hunslet making good ground, and well, a penalty. Cunningham and Dono together, just pushing down the Hunslet player as he attempted to play the ball and giving easy yards to the Hawks. It's a big test for the Vikings today. Last week they looked like Ethelred the Unready. But this week there's more power in the Vikings, more determination. Well, the Hawks make a neat switch back to the short side. Great tackle. Oh well, Mr. Presley's given a high tackle there against Jimmy Cassidy. That looked from this distance like a perfectly good tackle. Neat switch back to the short side by Graham Southernwood for the Hawks. But the second penalty, and the Hunslet have gone full end of the pitch with those penalties. Widnes have got to defend, gained an early advantage, but of course could lose it. And well, the crowd shouts for something, but the Widnes players had stopped because Mr. Presley was standing there signalling a forward pass. The Hunslet fans at this end had missed that signal, thought that the try had been given, but Widnes escape. The Vikings just seemed a little short of ideas last week against Hull. Resorted eventually, well, to that type of stuff, really just up the middle, one-man football. Well, Phil Kendrick not happy about that, a late tackle, and well, he might be. David Plant came flying in with his knees there as the Widnes player went down. Can't make out from here who it is. It may be, I think it's Paul Gartland, the Widnes number 9. As he went down, David Plant certainly flew in, seemed to catch Gartland with the knees.
Attention please, could the owner of a white Fiat Uno...
It is Paul Gartland, the Widnes number 6. In fact, it looks like a number 9 from here, but he's laying upside down.
That's a white Fiat
well,
Uno,
let's hope that's not as bad as it looks. The touch judge is on. Gartland may have caught the knees in the back, which is obviously painful. Well, he's given the penalty, he's put that on the report. Such judge and referee couldn't decide between themselves, so that will have to be adjudicated upon from the match video. Dono, Lee Hansen. Good low tackle on Hansen though. Connor, well, he's missed out as Cassidy has to take a flying leap to catch that ball. Widnes with good men on the open side, a wide line. Short ball, Myler. Well, the ball's come out, play on. Judged to have been a knock on. Well, Hunslet looking to work a neat move, but it doesn't eventually create much space. Good drive with a good tackle on Craig Booth by Phil Kendrick, and Cassidy in with the assist. Nick Rushton makes good yards. Widnes working hard in defence. You can hear them from here talking to each other in defence. Manson almost makes a gap, but Cunningham does well there, almost took the dummy. Big number 12, Stuart Flowers, working hard, but to no avail for Hunslet. The kick, Cassidy had to duck there from that one. Bounces up nicely for Gary Broadbent this time. First tackle puts him down. Widnes urged Mr. Presley to let the ball be quicker. Hunslet holding down, and this time no leeway is given. Well, that's a good decision by Mr. Presley. We had a similar thing last week. Both sides were doing it, and then 45 minutes into the game, the referee suddenly awarded somebody a penalty for something which had been going on all the game. Mr. Presley, at least, is being consistent. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for of a match official. And Hansen again takes the first drive. Well, he took one on the head there. Doesn't complain about it, but it's certainly a bit of a high tackle. The options break down for Widnes. Cunningham in again. One high, one low. Cassidy can't get the ball out. He's struggling to get up and play the ball. Mr. Presley right up to play the ball. Hansen, he needs somebody on his shoulder there. Lee Hansen looking to make the breaks. Oh, almost. Well, that was another bad move by Widnes. It didn't quite come off the cross. With a third man coming as a receiver, but the final tackle, and it's a turnover. Now Connor, can he? Well, I thought if Connor perhaps could have got the acting halfback, may have pushed him back over the line. Good tackle by Phil Worthing. Good work by Hansen, and also John Donoghue, who came in from nowhere to complete the tackle. Not the best to play the balls, and Hunslet, well, just stood on top of each other for the minute. The ball eventually goes out along the line, and that's a good ball to Plans. Plans keeps going, keeps the ball. Well, a terrible pass by David Plans, 30 metres out from his own half. He looked to have made a bit of space for himself with some initial good work, but an awful pass then to David Brook. Nelson, Widnes again, at least attempting the moves which were lacking last week. Widnes have overloaded the short side. Look like a forward. Ian Connor. Well, Hunslet players claim for the forward pass, but nothing given. Cassidy, nice inside ball. Widnes looking for the options. Men on the outside, good face ball. Cunningham is going for the line again. Oh, well, I think that ball went forward. Cunningham tried to flick the ball out as he went down. Now it may have come off somebody's foot to go forward. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Cunningham almost opened up the defence again. Looks dangerous when he comes onto the ball out wide. Looks short of options. Good three-man tackle. Well, Hunslet a bit disorganised. Craig Booth came hours too early for that ball. Good tackle by Phil Kendrick on the big number 8, Nick Rushton. So far, so good for the Vikings. Good defence. Couple of scoring opportunities, 6-0 ahead with 15 minutes gone, and Hunslet again forced a kick, still deep inside their own half. Manson not too happy with that kick, just about bounced in field. So Widnes will get feed possession just inside the Vikings half of the field. Thornley's coming in, nice work by Thornley, can't break through. Good effort by Tony Thornley, kept his legs kicking, needs some help now. Broadbent was in support. Hansen, that's where he needs a man on his shoulder, Lee Hansen. He's not going to go the distance from there, but if he can make a break, he needs some support. Another high tackle. And this time, Mr. Presley decides enough is enough. I think it's the number 10, Simon Tufts. In fact, it's number 11, Craig Booth. Caution by Mr. Presley. Phil Worthing again elects to take the tap penalty. Good kick, made good ground. Connor is going to look for the line. Oh, he's lost the ball, oh, Ian Connor. My own says Mr. Presley, well, he went straight into a wall of Hunslet Hawks and lost the ball. He won't be happy with himself for that. A golden opportunity. I was begging for Widnes. Giles Boothroyd. Well, a game effort by the winger, Richard Baker. But he was never going anywhere. Oh, Hunslet just looking a little bit short of ideas at the moment. Manson just held on to that ball, one dummy too much. Good work by Phil Kendrick. Excellent tackle on the Hunslet fullback. The Hawks, well, in danger of being caught in possession. Manson eventually gets a half-decent kick in, but Broadbent, now he's looking for space. Well, I thought if Broadbent had gone to our left there. Space outside the Hunslet winger. Hansen tackled well this time. Well, it's a penalty again. I think, yes, Mr. Presley wanted Boothroyd to roll away, to get away from the play of the ball. Now another chance for Widnes. Can they make better of it than the last one? Hansen, nice step by Hansen, great tackle by Simon Tufts, formerly of Featherstone. Oh, Connor nearly lost it again there. Well, he juggled with it. Well, he would have took some stick from the opposition fans if he'd lost that one as well. Worthing is going to run down, needs a flat runner, bad ball. Kendrick can't take it on the bounce. Phil Worthing just looking for the flat man there. Wasn't there. And again, Widnes throw away possession. Midway into this first half. So far, Widnes on top. To be fair, Hunslet haven't looked that dangerous. Widnes have camped down in this half of the field for most of this 20 minutes. But they've got to get points on the board, because we've all seen this season alone that Widnes can fade into the second half. 6-point cushion's not big enough. Oh, Widnes just standing off the big number 10, Simon Tufts. Look, kicks deep, he's going to chase. Broadbent will have to feel that ball. It bounces awkwardly. Good chase and a good tackle by David Brook. Oh, Peter Smith looking for space. Well, he slipped there. Made some forward ground for the Vikings. Cunningham running well for Widnes, but a good tackle by Giles Boothroyd. Connor, he runs at the winger. Oh, not quite. The winger did well there. Richard Baker to hang on to Connor's boot. Hansen. Worthing puts a good kick in and it goes into touch. It gets a sporting round of applause off the Hunslet fans as well. Finds touch, 10 metres off the Hunslet line. Well, the players don't seem to be any great rush to get there. Both sides walking back. And Hunslet are going to make a substitution. Nick Rushton is going to come off. Well, not just yet though, because the scrum goes ahead. So Nick Rushton gets one more chance to get involved before he comes off. And it's Stephen Price who will come on eventually. Thornley gets down low.
Substitution for Hunslet Hawks, number 16, Steve Price, versus number 8, Nick Rushton.
Well, he looks like a physical player, this Steve Price. Must admit, don't know too much about him. He certainly looks like a bit of an athlete. And he immediately in on the action. Final tackle for the Hawks. It's a better kick, it turns, Gary Broadbent. Now is it going to go dead? The bounce, eventually touching goal. Widnes. Look for the tap. Well, again, quick tap not allowed. Connor makes 10 for Widnes. Hansen can't burst these tackles at the moment though, Lee Hansen. Cunningham running very well for Widnes. A good tackle there. Manson puts him on his back. Cassidy steps but doesn't take him away from the danger. Well, the Widnes line just too flat there, and it's the final one for the Vikings. Well, Phil Worthing didn't quite have his horns screwed on. Boosted the ball straight into touch. Price knocks off the first attempted tackle, makes a few metres. Good work, nice dummy. Work between Simon Tufts with Stuart Flowers coming on the outside now. Hunslet perhaps sensing this is the chance for them to come forward. Manson, half a gap, and he eventually gets the ball out in the tackle. Plans comes inside. Oh, Garland again takes a big one. Well, that looked like an elbow off David Plans, right on Garland's chin. But Hunslet keep the ball alive. Brooks, well, he's looking for somewhere to go. Jinking around, eventually the tackle made, and there's a bit of conversation going on behind the ball. The touch judge now comes on. I don't think he's come on for what happened just off the ball, because all it was, Cassidy and or one of the Widnes players anyway bumped into a Hunslet player, and they just sort of patted each other on the back. But before that, Plange seemed to catch Paul Gartland with a big one on the chin. Well, Mr. Presley he's having a talk to Cassidy and Craig Booth, but I don't think the touch should needed to come on there, because the two players had sorted it out for themselves. They may have said a few words to each other initially, but they ended up just patting each other on the back and leaving it at that. Well, the penalty has gone to the Hawks. He's not signalled what for. No indication of why that penalty was given. Hunslet on the attack though, and Price again in. Widnes are going to have to defend hard. They'll have to be big in defence now for the Vikings. Nice short ball, but the option cut down. Widnes can't get to the ball first, but the tackle forces Hunslet to lose ground. Scrappy play the ball, dummy, short ball might have been better for Stephen Price then. Manson elected to dummy. Boothroyd close to the line, but not close enough. A flying tackle puts him down. It's the final one. Kick through, Broadbent shepherds it, dead. Well, signalled. Well, Gary Broadbent must have touched that, or the Widnes player, because it's a dropout. Broadbent having to punch the ball dead with his hand. Forces Widnes to drop out. Awkward one. I don't think that's what was intended. Certainly the best spell for the Hawks in this game. They've been on top for the last 10 minutes. Steve Price again. He's obviously a big favourite for this Hunslet spectators. Manson, dummies inside, now the ball. That was good work by Cunningham to stand his ground there. If he'd taken that dummy, it would have been all over. Hunslet close to the sticks. Is he in? It's the final tackle. It's a metre from the line. Again an awkward chip through. And well, offside against Phil Worthing. Hunslet decide to take the 2 points. Well, that was the last tackle there, and Phil Worthing was just caught offside. "12 minutes to go in this first half. Hunslet perhaps right to take the 2 points, just 6 points behind at the moment. And the kick is a good one, so it's 6 points to 2 for the Vikings.
Quality goal to Hunslet Hawks number.
Well, after the bright start, the Vikings failing to capitalise on possession, and Hunslet have clawed their way back into this game. The Hunslet defence has tightened up as the game has gone on. Seem to be getting a few more ideas in attack. Well, it's taken half an hour to get that play the ball sorted out. Hansen goes short side eventually. Nice long ball, Cassidy, well, the dummy, but he slips, and it's the final tackle. Widnes still caught inside their own half. That's going to go dead. Kicks into the Viking followers down here in the sheepskins and horned helmets. Not too much for them to shout about since the opening 5 minutes. Looks, slips, well, players seem to be having problems keeping the footing. It's not slippy down there, the pitch isn't wet at all. It's very firm underfoot. Manson, good tackle by Paul Gartland. It's the final tackle. The game at the moment being played out in that area around the halfway line. Tackles followed by kicks. Each side just managing to get to the halfway line in a set of 6 and then being forced to kick. Thornley steps back this way, finds half a gap, not quite. Donald. Oh, well, Donald forced the pass. At number 7, so they're just trying to calm his team down. Widnes perhaps should be doing the same. Donald made a good break, forced the pass though to Boise Nelson. With 8 minutes left, Widnes with more defending to do. And a nice step, good work by number 2, Richard Baker. Didn't make too much ground as it turned out. Nelson did well to cover. That was almost a good short ball, it must have gone forward. I think Craig Booth was hoping to get away with that as he dived. Athletic dive to take that ball in the air. Boise Nelson comes off, Jamie Bloom comes on now.
14, Jamie Bloom replaces number 3, Boise Nelson.
Come into the centre position. Bernard Long perhaps thinking that his extra bulk may be able to break down this Hunslet defence. Widnes get the penalty. Well, they'll be looking to score before half time. Hansen again makes the hard yards. Connor, good low tackling though by Hunslet. Puts the 2 bid Widnes props down. It's a good chase by Steve Priceman to play the ball. Cassidy nowhere to go on the outside. Bloom, he'll go himself. Nice work by Jamie Bloom. Widnes 10 metres out from the Hunslet line. Cunningham was coming for the short ball. Cassidy. It's the final one for the Vikings. This cross is going to be attempted again. Hansen flicks the ball out. Does it go backwards? Well, desperation. Peter Smith, what's he going to do now? Oh, he's thrown the ball for Manson. Oh, it's a giveaway by Peter Smith. Manson being chased by Kendrick. He's not going to catch him though. Oh, a disaster for the Vikings. Widnes, they're panicking to keep the ball alive on the last tackle. Peter Smith was caught in 2 minds as to what to do next. Best option would have been to kick it, perhaps put a bouncing kick in for the line. He attempted to fling it back. Didn't see Manson lurking in the Widnes line. And from there, Manson was unstoppable. 70 metres, Kendrick chased, but it was never going to catch him. Well, Hunslet are going to go in, leading at half-time. 6-all, simple kick to come. Well, I did say that Hunslet were capable of coming back, or more that Widnes were capable of fading away. That's exactly what's happened, although the Vikings mounted torrents of attack on the Hunslet line in the last 5 minutes. But then a gift of a ball by Smith. And from as soon as he caught that ball, Manson was never going to be caught. He was probably standing behind all the Widnes players when he caught the ball. Four minutes left. Well, from such a bright start, Widnes scored after 5 minutes. But Hunslet, to their credit, have clawed their way back into the game. And will go in, barring a miracle now, on top at half-time. Widnes have got to get the game plan sorted again. Players have just stopped running for the ball, and when they do, they come in from flat positions instead of deep position. The final one for the Vikings. Well, not a good kick by Phil Worthing. I'd like to see Widnes next time they get possession just chip over the top on the last tackle. I'm sure that they've got the pace to get there first. But Hunslet in possession. Well, the touch judge has come on. I don't know what he's spotted there. Why the touch judge has come on. It's going to be a penalty to Hunslet though, if I'm any judge. Well, Jeremy Bloom is called over. Mauling his face. Well, Widnes could do without that. Soft penalties given away. Another chance for Hunslet to attack. Steve Price takes the ball in 2 minutes before half time. Simon Tufts, Hunslet have certainly stepped up the work late, and Widnes seems to have dropped down on theirs in the second stage of this first half. It's another chance for Hunslet to attack. Kick through, bounces off a Widnes player. It's not back to one. There was no intention to play that ball. Hunslet lose ground at the final tackle. Now what will Manson do here? Well, an awkward play, the ball. He's going to go for the drop goal, it's Brooks. And it's a successful one. So it's 9-6 now for the Hawks.
Drop goal to Hunslet Hawks number 7, David Brook.
Mr. Presley stops the clock. While Chris Ross sets up the ball. 1 minute to go before half time. A deep kick. Thornley takes it well. Looking for the gap, but he won't find any. Hunslet have tightened up their defence as this game's gone on. And Widnes again lacking in options to open up a tight defence. Dono, well, Dono was left in no man's land there. He had as much support as General Custer. Well, Cassidy's tried that a few times. It's not going to come off. The inside dummy, especially when there's nobody there in support anyway. Hansen, but that's what I was talking about before. Lee Hansen, even if it had been a good pass, was standing still when he took that ball. Broadbent gets out a nice ball to Kendrick. Connor flicks it. Well, he flicked it to himself. He was lucky there, Connor, because he nearly lost that. It's the last tackle. Now, tip over the top. That's what I was talking about before. It goes dead. Well, in touch, I should say. But at least Widnes had a chance of getting there. Chris Ross covered it well. Now we're into stoppage time in the first half. Widnes down 9-6. Well, the way this game started, you wouldn't have predicted this, unless, of course, you'd seen Widnes play before this season. Widnes have got to start working again, and what they need to find is a key to unlock this Hunslet defence. That's a great tackle by Cunningham, by Broadbent, I should say, and Cassidy. Dono almost makes the tackle, nearly a good ball out. Now, well, do Widnes want possession? No, we'll take the knock on up here. No advantage gained by Widnes. Well, if Widnes are going to get ahead before half time, this is the last chance. Need a bit of urgency. Kendrick, well, he's not going to break through like that. Phil Kendrick, the door closed in his face, and there it is, the half-time. Who's there? The Hunslet fans celebrate at half-time. They're halfway to Wembley, it's got to be said, and the players clap the fans as the fans clap the players. Widnes have got some organisation to do. We go in at the Hawks Community Stadium, the half-time score, Widnes Vikings 6, Hunslet Hawks 9.